track wrestling here at Campbell University with Campbell assistant coach Scotti Sentes. Year 3 for you here?
Year 3.
At Campbell?
Year 3.
What attracted you to Campbell wrestling?
Well, I've never heard of Campbell until Cary Kolat called me. I knew his name, didn't hear about the program. He said, just come out, check it out. I said, Campbell, Division I, or what are you guys, right? And brought me out and checked it out and told me what his plan was here, how long it was going to take, what he wanted to do by what years, and he had it all together, a plan, right? He had a vision, and you just buy into it, right? And so far we're ahead of where we said we would, so it's been a good move.
What's your initial reaction when you drive onto campus for the first time?
Well, coming in, it's a little freaky because I came from Cal Poly before here, so it was all beaches and mountains. And you come in, you have these tobacco fields, and you're in the middle of nowhere. And then you get to campus, and it's just beautiful. Obviously, really clean and just nice buildings. And you have the med school and the engineering, and so it's surprising. You're like, well, how is this campus this beautiful campus in the middle of all these tobacco fields, right? So it's pretty surprising.
Cary was saying one of the big challenges is just getting them on campus to come out here and see it. And when we drove on campus, we were blown away by how beautiful the campus is. And so how do you get kids here? You're involved in recruiting. That's a big part of your job. What's the pitch to just get them to come here and check it out?
To be honest, the first thing we do is just take care of the guys we currently have, right? And as we've getting better, our guys are doing better and better. We had our program's first All-American. We qualified 6 guys for the NCAA tournament. We're winning the SoCon. Now they're saying, hey, what's going on there? You guys are doing all these big things with not the blue chips, right? And they're saying, well, if you have this kid from Texas winning SoCon, getting to nationals, what can you do with me? And so naturally, if you're looking at those things, they're more interested in coming and seeing what we're doing and what we're about. So it's just been kind of developing the guys we currently have, and then just telling them what we're about, really. I mean, they start to come in. People want to be where they feel like they can win, and I think people are starting to see that now.
You guys come from all over. Finland, Mongolia, yeah. Alaska. I can't remember how many states. I think it was probably close to 20 states when I was looking at your roster last year. How many miles are you spending on the road or in the air or wherever going out to recruit kids? Or is it mostly just getting on the computer and watching and then lots of phone calls?
Yeah, I would say the majority of our time is probably spent watching video. I mean, with all of the different outlets out there, kids email us, coaches email us. Obviously, we all have our connections in different states, and they say, hey, watch these kids. And it's simple. We get on the computer, we watch 7, 8 matches, we say there's something there, right? And then obviously it's doing our homework. And I would say we probably spend most our energy on just watching. And then obviously, we don't have a big budget to fly out to all these different places, so then it's saving the money to bring in the right kids, right? Because we might not be able to bring in as many guys as a Penn State or Ohio State, so we really have to do our homework and say, hey, is this a kid that could be successful here before we fork over the money, right? What
do you look for? What are kids? What are the characteristics of somebody who would fit well in this program?
I would say we look for aggressive kids. Kids who are willing to go after and try to score the next point. Kids who are maybe a little bit meaner, rough around the edges. Kids who are maybe taking an early round loss and battling back and taking third. I would say that's a big one for us. It's easy to win when you're winning, but to win when you're losing, those are things that you want to see. And then obviously there's always something special there about different guys. Hey, this guy hits this single leg a little different than we've seen before. Or, this guy, looks like Mike Evans in his hand fighting, right? You kind of find what kind of guys would fit well with how we wrestle or how we coach, right? And so it's a little different with every kid, but for us it's just something clicks when you watch them enough times, and then you get them on the phone and you can tell they're being genuine and saying the right things, right?
How has recruiting changed since year 1, since Kreiser got on the stand, since the facilities have been upgraded? How much has it become easier for you?
Obviously a lot easier. I know when Kolat first came here, he was kind of like, hey, if you got good grades and you could train halfway decently, we'll give you a shot, right? And then over time, it's our lower levels going up, right? We're like, hey, if you're not placing in the top 3 year state tournament, we can't, it's not going to be a good fit. And slowly but surely, now we're getting the guys who are taking a look at us, and we're getting the nationally ranked ranked guys and kids who are multiple-time state champs, 4-time state champs, and so the lower level guys are starting to become higher than they were in the past, right? You have guys that were maybe here and probably were going to see the starting lineup, and now they have these freshmen coming in that are maybe almost at that level, and so that pushes them up a little more, and this guy gets to start up here, and things are slowly just going up.
So what's that done to the dynamic in the room, the practice room?
It's competitive. It's competitive, you know. We just have a lot more partners in terms of being able to find different looks and different styles, right? It's everyone gets better when you have a more competitive room, right?